Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogi on Monster here, along with the lovely Stevie B.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF. Great to see everybody. Jim, what's up? Harold, how are you? Hey, Christy. Judy. What's up? Mr. Haywood, what's going on?
Hi, Michael. Sorry, I said Mike. I get stuck.
You are correct, sir. It is the Levi's Show, 501. Clever.
I cannot.
Jim said, let's get the party started.
Sharon Guy, good to see you.
Hey, Sharon. Yeah, let's get the party started. As you know, we post the link in chat. Anybody can click on that link, come hang out. We encourage it. We expect it.
Absolutely. Bring it.
Bring it.
Christy, good to see you. Sorry, y'all. As usual, I'm just getting my shit together here.
No,
Harold.
Breeze, how are you? Great to see you.
Hey, Breeze.
Northwoods, what's going on? Yeah, no, 9 o'clock slipped up really quick, man. It just like snuck up. I was like, the last time I knew I was cooking dinner.
Yeah.
But that was at 8 o'clock, so.
Well, I looked up, it was 8:30. Finishing. I wasn't quite finished dinner. Oh, shit.
Quick fishing report. Yesterday, I was outside, and I just grabbed the rod, had a plastic worm on it, and I was distracted for some reason. Hadn't cast yet. And I turn around, and I look at the water, and here's this bass swimming by. I mean, you don't normally see that. And I was like, oh. And I just cast out and pulled that worm right in front of it, and bang, he hits it.
Next thing you know, he's at the door.
I walk in the Florida room.
Coming into the house, and I could see his hand behind his back. And I was like, oh, I know he got something. That fucking thing was a monster.
It was a huge bass, but it wasn't a heavy bass. It was a thin bass. My fist could have fit in its mouth.
Probably both of ours.
No.
That's what it seemed like.
But it was just like, you don't realize it. I grabbed it by the lip, and when that mouth opened, I was like, holy shit. It only weighed 3.31 pounds. I mean, it wasn't big that way, but it
thin.
Had to be 20, I don't know, 24, at least 24 inches long.
Easily.
That's my fishing report.
We didn't measure it, but yeah, it was huge. I'm
like, man, I didn't get a picture.
It was all quick, and I was fumbling around trying to find the scale, and we didn't want to leave it out of the water too long. Recovering from laying eggs.
Oh, dude, they spawned months ago.
Oh, I thought he was talking about him.
Oh, maybe.
Sorry.
Oh, that's great. John P., what's up?
Hey, John. Sorry.
That's hysterical. It is.
He said it just laid a dozen. Jim, I knew Michael was talented by laying eggs. You never know. Hey, there they are.
Trying to click on something and it wouldn't click. It was too far up, even though it had the.
Yeah. I've just been having problems. I couldn't find my YouTube on my phone. All of a sudden, my app's not showing. I had to type it in. Yeah. I couldn't get into Messenger on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like everything's out of whack. I have no idea.
That's weird.
It is.
Hope you weren't hacked or something.
It's just odd. Didn't have problems all day.
She logs into Facebook and she's like, "This isn't my Facebook or my Messenger.
It's not my Messenger. It's the damnedest thing, and like you said, it happened a long time ago.
I remember it happening a long time ago.
Yeah.
You logging on, and it's like, this isn't me.
I
It
know.
might have happened to me.
I know none of the contacts. I don't know anybody, anything. I just know that it's not mine. And how the hell I end up in this person's messenger, it's just fucking bizarre. It's not mine.
Yeah, it was weird. Danny Stain, what's up?
Greetings.
He says, I'm in South Carolina and I smell Canada burning.
Yeah, I hear the wildfires there.
Oh, really?
Rapid. Yeah,
I hadn't heard anything about it.
Big time. They're talking about possibility of us seeing the effects of the
smoke?
Smoke.
Oh, yeah. That's happened before the last time they had.
I know, but for it to happen again, not good.
Yeah, I didn't know they were having wildfires again. That sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks big time.
How bizarre, how bizarre.
Well,
I was reading Jim's.
We need them.
Yeah, and dust storms, you're right.
Yeah, Michael said no more rain. We need the rain. Like and this is a weird system that we're in this. I don't know what it is, low pressure system or a tropical depression or whatever. But if you look at radar, it's just bizarre.
We just started our hurricane season
2 days ago.
Yeah.
June 1st is the beginning of hurricane
And they're
season.
already talking about a system brewing out in the Caribbean on the other side of Mexico.
What's up, Roger?
Or on the other side of the Gulf, however you want to say it. But yeah, the possibility of some type of system brewing up in the next 2 weeks. They said by the 16th, they don't know if it would go up towards Texas or cut across Florida. It's way too early to tell, but they're pretty certain from everyone that I've heard on the news and weather reports that there's definitely something brewing out there already.
Yeah.
And the last time
Breeze just said it. It's hot, Mogs. Yeah, it is.
The last time that a system developed this early in the season was Hurricane Andrew.
Oh, back in '93.
Yes. So we will be watching for sure.
Because I came down a week. Like I was in Jersey at the time, but I came down a week after Andrew.
Remember you telling me?
And we did like the Gulf Coast. We went down to like Naples and down there, and there was boats everywhere. It was just fucked up. And this was a week later, and now living here and seeing it, firsthand what happens. It's
feeling it.
Yeah, feeling it. I'm like, oh, I got to do something something different this hurricane season. Like I'm literally going to strap my house down, or at least my roof down.
Yeah.
I mean, there are hurricane straps on it, but like I lost one piece of metal, a 14 by 4 foot, corrugated steel roof. But that folded over right at the hurricane strap. So that hurricane strap saved that whole roof.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
roll back right to it and stop.
So I'm gonna strap the roof probably right to the house. Just I'll put anchors in and it'll should hold better than nothing. Chuck, what's happening? Good to see you.
I might be wrong about Andrew. So I think that was in August.
Yeah, that's when you said that. I was like, wait a minute. When did we come down here?
Yeah, that was in August of 92. Andrew.
92. I thought it was 93 for some reason. Judy said it's going to be a wild ride with these seasonal storms. Well, they're calling for an active hurricane season. You know, like
Oh,
a lot of named storms. Because last year you had pointed out is the storms
The
the
first
beginning
half
of
of
the season.
first half of the season, just about there was nothing out there.
Not much. Yeah. Michael says with Hugo 89. Was Hugo in 89? I don't know. Don't forget to paint your roof blue. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. I mean, I have an idea. It goes back to like Hawaii when like all these neighborhoods burnt down except for the houses with the blue. You know, they weren't touched. So I don't know. That's what he was implying. Yep. The blue roofs were the ones that survived in Hawaii.
Oh wow.
Derek, what's up, buddy? He goes, I'll give you storms, Mugs. 500 shows and you don't invite me?
It was out there.
Yeah, I'm not good at invites. I didn't invite anyone. I invited
everyone.
Good to see you, Derek.
It is very good to see you.
Hope everything's well over in Ireland. Well, Derek, you're at 501, so that's the one in the first one in the direction of the next 500.
Right.
500 more. I can't do it. Ida was a bad one. 19 days, no water or electricity. I had enough packing water.
As far as loss of power, Irma was the worst that I went through. 8 days. Humidity was at 99% and it was over 100 degrees for all 8 of those days.
Oh, which one was that?
That was, excuse me, Ida. Irma, sorry.
Irma?
Irma. I just said it too. Hurricane Irma.
Northwood says a few years ago we got hit with 12 inches of rain in an hour. 11 inches of rain in an hour. It flooded the canal between the lakes and left some of the streets flooded too. Well, that's an insane amount. That's like over 100 inches of snow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Michael Haywood said it. Yes, sir. Mr. McManus made quite a few shows enjoyable. Sure did. That's cool.
No, absolutely. Look forward to it.
Send her our love.
David, what's up? Good to see you. I get it. I didn't look. I think the whole time we've been on this whole 12 minutes, I didn't look backstage once.
Not
Until
sure.
just now.
Not sure.
People waiting back there going,
Hello. Hello.
Where's everybody? Judy said my brother is taking it seriously this year. He lives in Riverview, Florida. Yeah, I am definitely.
David, good to see you.
It was scary, you know. It was
It was nerving.
Yeah,
For sure.
I mean, we prepped, the Florida room. We covered all the glass and dropped all the. But to hear that wind and things start folding like that roof did, and then you just hear it pounding, you don't know what else is going on.
Right. Well, I mean, the whole trailer shook half the night.
Donald, what's up? Hey, Moog, Stevie, have you heard from Mr. Lee?
I haven't.
On Thursday,
yeah, he was here Thursday.
Yeah. Michael said it scared me back to North Carolina.
Right.
That's right. I forgot.
I didn't forget. I was sitting there thinking I said it before. So the only reason that I would want to see him leave,
Oh yeah. No, we hate it. I mean, Michael went with us. He came down, then we went up to Alabama, and then we came back. But we were back like 2 days.
I drove him all the way to Gainesville to get on a bus to get on a train to get him home.
I didn't want him to be here when this went down.
No.
And he could have been like, "Fuck you, I'm staying." I've been like, "Oh, okay," but
yeah, but I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, no.
That's the only reason I'm glad he didn't.
Hey Val,
that was hell. That was nerve-wracking, big time. I mean, we had talked about at one point if it gets too bad, where we're gonna hide out in the house. It's like on the other side of the bed,
or yeah.
I mean, there's nowhere to go in the middle of that, but it got to that point where we had that conversation. He woke me up to have that conversation. It got that wicked out.
Yeah, it was, get down on that side of the bed and
pull the mattress
over you.
And say some prayers.
And that's what it was. It was more, except for that tree coming down, taking out 2 houses, everything else was roof.
It was roof.
It was, the aluminum. It wasn't like any
no siding, no.
Yeah, it was all roof stuff. Like no trailers got moved or pushed away, or
from carports, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and everything kind of peeled back away from the lake. That wind came straight across the lake. We had one hell of a road trip. Loved it all.
That was a good time, Michael. I did. I was a blast.
Cut way too short.
Everybody up in Alabama, they were awesome. Met some great people.
Oh yeah, I think they're up there this weekend again.
Oh yeah, or are they in? Yeah, the Alabama conference, I think, is Saturday and Sunday, or
everybody's camping out
in Holland's hunt camp. I think our next outing will probably be September.
Late.
End of September. I'm going to put in for time off then.
Yeah, me too.
And we're probably going to go back to Alabama. Not probably. We're going back to Alabama.
I'm looking forward to it.
Just got to get in touch with a buddy of mine, and
yeah,
we're going to go at least 2 nights, at least.
Yeah, at least.
Maybe 3. Or maybe longer. Who knows? But fall in this area is supposed to be an active area, hot spot. Last time we were on this property, it was too noisy. Meaning too noisy because of the damn cicadas.
I just found my YouTube on my phone.
Did you lose it?
Remember I said I couldn't find it.
Oh.
The app was gone.
Link is in chat. Anybody wants to click it, come hang out. Judy got to meet Jay Fritz too.
Yeah.
Or he's saying Judy.
Yeah.
Michael's saying how he got to meet Jay Fritz. You should head this way, grab Mr. Haywood, and stretch some lines on native brook trout. Yeah, I definitely want to. I don't know when. Won't be this summer. I want to go up to Wisconsin. I want to take you up there and go fish the St. Croix.
Plan that for next year. I know.
See, that's the thing is I usually don't plan that far of it ahead in advance because
I didn't have to say
it always turns to shit when I make plans.
No, but we can plan the time frame.
Yeah.
And just start heading in that direction.
That's
been the majority of the best trips ever that I've taken ever.
It's a 22-hour drive from here.
There's two of us. Val, good to see you. Scott B.
What's up, Scott?
Road trips are fun.
Val, I will be getting, and Judy, and I will be getting bandanas out. I got the wrong, I grabbed the wrong size envelopes today. I got an invitation size, and I should have got
Other size.
like card size or whatever, greeting card size, because I will make them fit. But I'll get them tomorrow and get those out. I got an easy access stream for 12-inch natives. Right on. Tell you what, I want to turn her on to trout fishing. And I know there's one river, I don't know when the trout season is, probably the first day of May or some shit like that, where there's still snow on the ground up there. But the Rush River in Wisconsin, oh my God.
Judy says, bandanas, yay.
That was the best trout fishing I ever did. World-class trout stream.
That's cool.
21, 22-inch trout. What did I just do? There we are.
I'm looking over like I can tell. Anybody there?
Yeah, Jay.
Mr. Fritz.
What's going on, Jay?
Hey guys,
How you doing?
okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
How's Janet?
Janet's fine. She tires out real quick. She's fine. Huh?
I get that.
She's fine.
Do you have a delay?
Yeah, bad.
No, he looks confused.
Well, that's always.
Donald, no, they weren't steelhead. They were rainbows. They weren't. A steelhead is a sea run rainbow trout. These weren't sea run. They were just big ass trout. What's the matter?
Well,
I think he thinks he might. I don't know.
I think he might have.
He looked good. Everything was fine. He put backstage. Let me try again.
You're right. He did look confused.
All right. Let me. Jay, I'm gonna let me get rid of that. Do that, and then link is back in. You need the link, Jay. It's right there. You looked and sounded fine from our end.
Yes, he did.
Even Sharon said, Jay, hello, you're looking good. Trout is sure some fine dining. Tina, how are you?
Hey, Tina.
Trout is. I like trout. don't like all the bones, but if you cook it right, you can just grab it by the tail and pull the whole skeleton right out. And you just have to pick at it a little bit. Or you fillet them. Donald says, it is, Michael, but a walleye? Yum. Yeah. I mean, you've had the walleye from, the sandwiches, Culver's.
Yeah, but that was good, though.
I just hope it was walleye.
I don't know. Whatever it was good.
All right, let's try again. There we go. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you fine. You hear me?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And see it.
I had like a 10-second delay a while ago.
See? I said
that was weird.
I said it. I thought you did.
Danny says, I prefer square fish from Food Icon.
Food line.
Food Line? Is that what that says?
Food line.
I'm wearing the glasses. I guess I should clean them.
You know?
I still got a little bit of delay. So
what's new with you, man?
Nothing much. Shannon's doing fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
You doing any fishing at all, or?
No. I'm just taking care of her.
No, that's
trying to get her back. No, I got two. You asked the same question twice, sir.
Do you have YouTube on?
If you have YouTube on, you're getting an echo.
Oh God, I'm so freaking stupid.
It's been a while.
How's that? It's been a while.
It sounds fine to us. You're getting the echo.
Yeah, you sound perfect.
I bet it's a lot better now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she's doing a lot better. It's just gonna take a while. Her doctor told her the other day she's one strong little woman because she died on the table. I don't know if you people realize that she died.
You didn't tell us that.
Yeah, the next day they just taken the tubes out. And I was getting ready. I just got there and walked in, and the nurse grabbed me and said, "You don't need to come in here right now." So, but they saved her. She had some of the finest nurses. Oh man! If you ever have heart problem, go to Orlando down there at that Heart and Vascular. They saved her life. It's just that simple,
No, that
is awesome.
Yeah. But she's doing a lot better. She's getting stronger every day. We went for our first walk today.
All right, on.
Yeah, first
baby steps.
Yeah. And I had to remind her. I said, "You do realize now we go for a walk. When you say you're tired, that's when we're stopped because we got to walk back the other direction."
Right.
And she did great.
That's good. Awesome. Give her a big hug for
Tina said God's been with her for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, I came online for this reason right here. My next door neighbor, I didn't know the guy. He's a super nice guy. He's got a YouTube channel. This guy writes his own music. He's filthy rich, but he's always loved music. And he has written 44 different songs. And he's got them on YouTube. And this guy wrote some of the best songs I've ever heard in my life. He's got a little building out beside his house, like a 8x10 shed. He's turned into a little studio. It is the sharpest little thing. And he broadcasts. He's got a little YouTube channel. And I want to, if you don't mind, I want to put his name up there. Everybody needs to go listen.
Tell me the name. And
his name is Butch Danes. Dains. Butch Danes.
I'll look for him.
Yeah, and he's had a couple of them published, wherever what they do, and he's played out of Los Angeles, California. And this guy is man, he is he's my age, but you can't believe how talented this guy is. Butch Danes, that's him on. Yep. I went in.
What kind of music?
He plays a lot of 50s and 60s and 70s. He's written songs from that era. Country, some really good country songs he's written. Rhythm and blues. Oh man, he's got a couple of really good rhythm and blues ones. I mean, he writes all kind of music. A couple of Christian songs. On his channel, he don't put up no cursing or anything like that. No derogatory talk about somebody. He'll
Sure.
instantly. But he's really good. So y'all go check him out. Okay. It's not D-A. It's not D-A-I-N-E-S. It's D-A-I-N-S.
Yeah,
Butch
it's the way it's
Danes.
spelled. Well, stop. Chances are anything to do with music.
I don't know what. But everything's going good around. I am so filthy. I've been working my butt off today. I mean.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
I've been up there working on the pool tables up there at the clubhouse. Just tightening the pockets. Some of the pockets have come loose. I've been up there tightening the pocket. Will you shut up? Tighten the pockets up on them and just put new spots down and put new tips on some of the the cues up there. Put new tips on them. Quit.
I used to get $20 to do that. Put tips on cues.
Yeah.
I used to love doing that.
Yeah, I know how to do that stuff now. Yeah. Yeah. Janet woke up. So. But everything's going good. She's getting strong.
Yeah, I've been wanting to come up there and play pool with you.
Yeah, come on anytime. We play. We got a little league. We play on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Play from 1 o'clock.
Geez, I don't have a show. Perfect.
Yeah. And we play from 1 to 3. Come on up anytime. Great guys. Everybody's old farts like me, but a bunch of we got a lot of laughs.
Can they shoot pool?
No.
I'll be there.
I put it this way: I haven't lost a game in 3 weeks.
Right on. I haven't played a game in shit.
Well,
I got
Spirit with Tex.
Oh yeah, I beat Tex. Yeah,
I got 8 pool sticks. You're welcome to use any of them.
I got 2.
I got 8. Yeah.
I got a Q-Tech I use for braking now.
Oh, that's yeah.
And then I have a Viking.
Oh, do you? I got a Crico. I just paid $500 for, and I got some just regular diamond. They're bar stools, but boy, I got some good ones. They're really straight ones. Well, I still love that old maple sound. I can't just get away from it. I love that old maple sound.
Yeah, I used to have a Mueller, and then I don't remember what happened to that Q stick.
Yeah, you're talking about expensive stuff.
This was a couple $100. It wasn't like
Yeah.
Wasn't a Balabushka or something.
Yeah, I got 8. I got 8 of them now. But
Right.
It's just something I really enjoy doing.
See, I always like the Sneaky Pete's.
Yeah.
A Sneaky Pete, guys, it's a pull stick. It's 2-piece, but it looks like a house cue.
Yeah. We got 2 tables up there, and one of them's they're both nice, but of course one of them's a lot newer than the other. But the only thing about it, when they placed it in the darkest spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We don't have good lighting for it.
You got good clearance all around them, though?
Oh, yeah. Good clearance. It's in a big open.
They're short sticks?
Oh, yeah. It's in a good it's in the building, in our building where we have meetings and things. Huge.
Right on.
Yeah. But Hold on.
Check out Butch Danes, guys. Go see what his music is about.
I'll be right back.
Sure. Here, there you go. Leave him there. So Butch Danes, musician,
only
musical artist.
One came up, but I'm not sure that's it. I wanted to ask Jay what kind of subs he had. Does he have a lot? Because this is what I had come up. It's a bunch of albums, low sub count, but
a
lot of music.
Walking Along My Merry Way, America Now and Forever. Let's go check this one out. Oh, I don't want to check them out here, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to play.
But yeah,
anything.
I didn't even look up on YouTube. I just went and
Copyright.
You Googled his name and it came up.
Oh, yeah, no, I went YouTube because that's what. Jay, what kind of following does Butch Danes have? Does he have a lot of subs, or I'm trying to figure out if this is it.
Oh, did you say something to me?
Oh, he was getting his ears in.
I know him better. I'm saying, what kind of following does Butch Danes have?
No, I think I was his 46 subscriber.
Oh, really? That it?
Yeah.
My camera won't show it. So show him and see if that's it.
Well, it says 35. Well, yeah, it's
show
Butch.
Jay. See if that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you. My camera sucks. I can't put something up there and it won't show it.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Well, I saw it, Stevie.
Oh, hush, you.
Stevie B.
That's you. Right, that's all I'm playing. I don't want you to get some kind of copyright or something.
No, that's why I didn't push play on that one.
A few seconds, that's all.
That looks very patriotic, that one.
Yeah, that's not it, though.
Yeah, he says he's got 47 or 8 songs on there.
Yeah, no, there's a couple albums on his channel.
Yeah, he's written them all himself.
Christy says, I wish I had a pool table and a dartboard.
Right?
I used to play a lot of darts.
Yeah.
That's something I was terrible. Darts and bowling. If I had a dart in my hand, you might not want to be in the same room with me.
Walk out of the room with extra piercing.
Right. If you walk out at all.
Yeah, bowling I'm not great at. I mean, I can, get a strike or hear like maybe
I'm great with the bumpers.
1 or 2 a game, but that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, I go bowling. I bowl 250 the first game and 38 the next. That's my bowling.
Let me get back.
But I think out of all of them, pool is my favorite.
Yeah.
And it is my favorite
I can't play pool.
as far as games.
Well, games. Pool's always been my favorite. Yeah. Yeah. Games, and then of course fishing. I love to fish. I just
first.
Right.
Well, when you go fishing, I want to stay a long time, and I just can't feel. I don't feel like I can be away from her that long.
No,
not yet.
And plus, you're right there at the. You're still in the park, where
right.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, I'm 300 yards away from her.
Yeah.
But
Donald says I missed 3-ball tournament.
All right. I put his link in the chat. For anybody that wants to check it out.
I don't remember if
Jay's
I played
neighbor.
3-ball.
9-ball.
Played a lot of 9-ball.
9-ball, 8-ball. I think to me 8-ball is probably the most popular in the world. 8-ball takes a lot of strategy.
9-ball?
8-ball.
Yeah, because there's a lot of luck involved in 9-ball.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more like you can win a lot easier in 9-ball than 8-ball.
9-ball, you got to
As long as you hit your object ball, and if the 9 goes in, you win.
Well, what I always found about 9-ball was you had to be really good at putting the other guy into trouble.
Yeah.
Keep him in trouble where he didn't have a shot till it all opened up for you.
Just keep snookering them.
Yep.
Northwood says, I would play darts if my ex was the dartboard.
That's cool. Everybody's subbing.
Tell your
Butcher.
neighbor, say, hey, you might have got a few more subs last night.
Yeah.
Okay, well, because I told him, I said, when you listen to this, you got a lot of it's just good music. It's nothing. I don't know how to put it. It's just 50s and 60s and 70s good sounding music. I mean, he's not singing. He don't sing a lick. I don't know how he does it, but he gets voices and puts to songs that he writes. I don't know how they do that.
Well, usually you have somebody record them, in a studio. But is he putting AI voices to?
I guess that's what he's doing. They're putting AI voices because he just started this out there. He just built
that's
his
probably
little
what he's
shed.
doing.
Yeah, he's putting AI voices to his music, and it's great. I mean,
I don't know. I'll have to listen.
Yeah, I couldn't play.
Before I pass judgment, I will have to listen. But the whole idea of AI voices,
Well, the second that I heard of it, it didn't sound bad. It didn't. It really didn't. I was wondering who was singing.
play a little one. He don't care. I can tell you right now, you don't care.
YouTube does.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not him. It's YouTube.
Although this is on YouTube, so let's see.
Well, you got 9 seconds. You can play 9 or 11 seconds.
You never come, never tries to kiss the sky. Never run where they will fly. God bless America.
That's all I can listen to. And that was called what?
America Now and Forever.
America Now and Forever.
Well, I would say you got to check it out. If you like it, you like it. Don't. No hair off my head if you do.
No, just hey, I enjoy music.
You'd get a kick out of his little studio. When I walked in, I couldn't believe it. He's fixing to start podcasting. Too.
Right on.
Yeah.
How old is he?
76, my age.
Wow.
He went to he's got a degree in I'll tell you what, he ended up being a chocolate maker in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah, because there's no money in music unless you hit it big time. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And he went to broadcaster school in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That's where he went. He was a broadcaster, and what do you call those people on radio stations?
DJs.
DJ. He went to DJ school.
Right on.
Ain't no money in being a DJ. So he quit that and went in construction. Then he went to work in Hershey, Indiana, in that chocolate place up there. And then he started his own chocolate place and became multimillionaire.
Oh, wow.
But Hershey's in Pennsylvania. Right?
Yeah. So now he's always had a passion for music, So, so he writes music.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. So he's living out his dream, in other words.
Musical Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Well, his thing on his door, he's got on the side of that shed as WMPY, Wimpy Studio. You know, Wimpy and Popeye's Wimpy.
Popeye, absolutely.
Yeah.
They pay
Yeah.
you Tuesday
Yeah.
for a hamburger today.
Yeah. So can I pay you Tuesday?
Yep. Val says I wanted to be a DJ when I was young. So did I, actually. I always thought DJs were cool as fuck.
I did
Yeah,
too.
I thought there were too. I didn't have a voice for that kind of thing. So there was musical librarian. It was the person that selected music for radio stations and, you know, organized them. That was what I wanted to do. I actually did a report on it in high school. That's what.
He does some DJ here for over in it's polka. Where they have what people do the polka? What nationality? Germans? What nationality do the polka?
I'm thinking.
Dutch?
Swedish, Dutch,
Yeah, I don't know.
something.
Some
All right, now I gotta look it up.
dramatic tribe.
Yeah.
But the polka, that whole beat and rhythm and everything isn't much different than the Mexican music you hear too.
I'm here to tell you. And he
The
does
whole tempo.
and he's at one of these little radio stations up here, and he's a DJ at it. He says, I've never been so sick of that barrel. What is it? Something barrel polka.
Bohemian.
They all ask for it, you know. About every other song is that.
It was Bohemian.
Bohemian?
Mm-hmm.
Some 80-year-old person calls in, wants to hear that beer barrel polka. That's it.
Bohemian.
Beer barrel polka.
Bohemia is in the Czech Republic region now. That's
Okay.
Czech
Polish
Republic.
people, that's right. Polish people do the polka, that's right.
Let's not condemn everybody, Rich.
Oh wow! Tell us how you really feel.
I'm all back.
Checking home.
So yeah, dude, that fish I caught yesterday out here,
Yeah.
that was huge, dude. But it was so thin.
She
You
laid
know?
laid all her eggs. That's what.
Oh yeah, I mean, but the mouth on it
Yeah.
was.
I know.
She probably weighed 5-6 pounds when she was full of eggs.
Oh, when she was
Oh, I
full,
said-
yeah, she
I
was
said
easy as 6-pounder.
6, 7.
Yeah.
She was built,
Oh,
that big.
Yeah. I caught one a couple of years ago when I moved here. It was the same way. Looks like she was almost emaciated. She was so
right.
thin.
Yeah.
But it is, they stress out when they're laying eggs, you know, and some of them even more than others, and they get so thin till they can feed back up again, you know.
It was such a big fish.
Yeah, this was just cruising by, and I just saw it at the right time and had enough room before it hit the weeds to pull that worm in front of it, and it just slammed it. I was like, woohoo!
One of
And
these days,
after I caught it, I was like, I felt like I had cheated somehow because it was too easy.
One of these days, you're going to have about a 10 or 12 pounder swim by like that.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'd be glad for my 3-pound. You know,
Yeah, she's still chasing a 3-pounder. I'm chasing. Well, I guess my next one would be a 7-pounder.
Yep.
I've done 6.5.
Yeah.
Oh, who is Jim still around?
Jim, you there?
They must be still catching them pretty good though, because there's a guy I fish with pretty regular, and boy, I was down there. We played pool. What is today? We played yesterday, and boy, he was down there all day long. I mean, so he's this guy is usually don't stay around unless he's catching them. So he was down there all morning long. I mean, and so he must have been catching them.
Jim, there was something I was going to say and I forgot what it was.
Fishing pole.
Uh-oh.
No, I thought about that. It wasn't that. It was
Couldn't tell you.
crap. It'll come back to me.
Damn, Richie.
Richie said he may need a 3rd back surgery one day soon. Let's hope not.
Is that clock timer new? Something new up there in the top corner?
No.
No, it's always been there.
Has it? I
Yeah.
just never noticed it.
Yeah.
It was something me and Jim were talking about, and I forgot what it was. I know he wants. He never told me what he was going to use the fishing pole. He wanted to ask me about a fishing pole today, and I was like, "Oh, well, I never said. What do you need it for?" He needs a functioning fishing pole that can hold 2 pounds.
Huh.
Yes, CRS. Can't remember shit. But it was something. Shit. Just sharing. Jim, are you backstage? No, he's not back there. Could be. Click on that link. Damn. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
That's right.
And no, I didn't fall asleep.
It'll come to you.
Anybody wants to join us, hang out with us with Jay, click that link. Bring it. What the hell was it? I don't remember. You know, we started watching this show, and apparently it's been
An
off.
old show.
I had never heard of it before, but I guess it was on TNT for a while, called The Last Ship. And it's ironic that it went off in 2019. It's about a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic, and there's one naval destroyer that survived. They were out up in the Arctic,
Yeah.
with an
Scientist.
epidemiologist
Yeah.
or whatever that looking for a cure. It was just it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
We've been watching the one called, what's it called? Well, crap. Never mind. My memory's gone. But-
Between the both of you.
What's up, Jeff?
Timing is everything. And I didn't tell you what it was going to be used for, because if I can make it work, I'd rather show people.
Show it. Okay. Right.
And if I fail, I'll tell you later.
Well, I was like, how? Like you said something very long, and I'm like, well, how long of a pole do you need?
I'd probably say between 6 and 10 foot.
Damn.
You talking about a fishing pole?
Yeah.
Yeah, or something similar too.
But you said you need a reel.
How limber do you need it?
Relatively stiff. The less stiff it is, the longer I would probably need, because I want to cover distance.
Well, they make 10-footers now, Jim, are stiff as like telephone poles, and they're narrow as can be. They want this new carbon fiber stuff.
Yeah.
They've come out with. They can make them, you know.
But you're not looking to fish with it, are you?
No, I'm not big on fishing.
You gonna frog?
But I have an alternate.
You gonna frog gig for it? you gonna put a gig on the end of it?
I have other implements for that. I was telling somebody the other day, an edged toy does not have to be reloaded.
This is true.
Might have to sharpen it, but you don't have to worry about reloading it.
Well, that's why I prefer edge toys.
I'm not going to ask you any more questions.
No, leave it at that.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, I was trying to. There was something that popped into my head.
It'll come back to you.
I was sitting here the other night. Me and Janet, when she sitting over there, and I sitting here, and my darn nightstand just fell apart right in front of me. It was like it exploded.
Whoa.
Everything I had on it hit the floor. So that's what another thing I did today. I put me a new nightstand back there. I've never seen it. And it was just sitting there. Of course, I've moved it around several hundred times, and all of a sudden it just decided to explode and hit the floor.
I don't have room for a nightstand next to the bed because of the closet door.
Mhm.
I want to put up a shelf, but it can only be like, I don't know, that wide. So when you open the door,
I just bought a new one off Amazon. I was surprised. It was pretty daggone sturdy. This one is.
no, I have a table out there that I'm gonna use. It's an end table with a lamp on it, but it's falling apart, literally. Like you just said, years ago. That's what this is doing. But I'm going to use the top of it and cut it down and use it as a shelf. And it's got a magazine rack built onto it, so I might mount that on the wall and adjust it a little bit so like the cell phone will sit in there. And
Yeah.
Donald said surf casting rod sounds like the right tool. Oh, the other place you can look, Jim, is go to garage sales. I mean, I don't know when you need to buy or, but
No hurry.
I know it's you're looking to get away as cheap as possible. So try garage.
It's just an idea that I had. You know how that is. I get bored and nobody knows what's going to come out of my head.
My guess is your camera weighs 2 pounds.
I'd need something more than a fishing line though for a camera.
You can get braided line.
That's what I was gonna say. Braided.
Go with like a 50-pound braid or something.
Yeah,
it's a string instead of a monofilament or a fluorocarbon.
But I would have to find a way to keep the orientation in the same direction all the time.
Yeah, how do you keep it from spinning?
Yeah. Good guess though.
I'm usually good at that.
Mm-hmm.
She you can't see her on screen, but she's shaking her head, going, "Yeah, bastard."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is my name, so thinking it would be the camera was kind of goes in line with that.
Teasing Bigfoot with beef jerky. Just dangle it in front of him.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
He never turned out well, those commercials.
I was thinking back to the 70s and Dickie Goodman and his song Mr. Jaws. And that's what gave me the idea to do the interview with Bigfoot.
That's what I wanted to talk about, dude. When I was in 7th grade, we had a music project to do for music class. And me and my buddy, we did that same exact thing that you're doing, where you do an interview, but you use music as the responses.
Yep.
We used Charlie Daniels Band, we'd use all these. But yeah, I saw you doing it. I was like, oh, shit, I remember doing that. It's easier now, but when I was doing it, you had to wait for the song to come on the radio and then record it. You needed 2 recorders, cassette recorders, but we got an A on the project.
What year was this?
79, somewhere around there.
That would have been a couple of years after Mr. Jaws came out.
Oh, is that the one? Yes. We are here on the beach. We're a giant shark has just eaten a woman swimmer.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's Dickie Goodman. He had some stuff like that in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. That's what we based it on, was that whole principle.
Right.
That's
so And it's kind of a fun exercise. Some of the questions, the song came to mind first. I'd really like to use this clip it from this song, and then I had to come up with a question to go with it. And sometimes I had a question, and then I had to find out which song.
Well, we got in a little bit of trouble because we used Devil Went Down to Georgia, but we used that line. I told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best there's ever been. And it caused the teacher to cringe a little bit, but
Hey, you got an A.
yeah. Yeah. And the last time I saw that guy, I was probably, I don't know how old I was. And he was like, hey, dude, do you remember that tape we did? I'm like, yeah, man.
So, and people have been feeding me questions. So I think I'm going to have at least a part 3 and a part 4.
Right on. That's, I love
going.
that shit.
Yeah, keep it going. It's cool.
That woman that was in chat this morning, Misty, that wanted Stevie B's YouTube channel. He come up with a couple of really good questions, and Roger Blair come up with a good question. Is Roger still out there?
Don't know.
So I wrote them down, the questions that they had, and
So what do you got to do? Find music to go with it?
Yep. I've well, I'll just surprise everybody. I'm going to try to get it done and post it Friday.
Right on.
And then I'll Misty asked the questions first, so I'll use hers Friday, and then I'll use Roger's for next week.
That's cool. I'm just trying to read chat real quick.
And once I've used the song, I'm going to try not to use that song again.
Oh, there's so many songs, dude, that you can do. It can be endless.
Yeah. But I mean, like before I came up on stage, you guys were talking, and while you were talking, what I had to say in response to what you were saying was, something, a line out of a song, like how bizarre. That's a line from a song.
Yeah.
And so my mind is focused on that at this time.
See, I like to change the lyrics on songs.
Sometimes that's good. I was in a friend of mine lived down in Salisbury, and they were big on drinking wine. And they said on Friday night they have open mic night, and I wanted me to come down and just listen to whatever and whoever went up on stage. And this little guy got up on stage that would make me look like a giant. I mean, he was super thin, super small, and he pulls out his guitar and he starts playing, and he is doing a fantastic Stairway to Heaven. I mean,
really?
he is playing it a little bit slow, and he is going into it, and he's playing it correctly and with feeling. And then he starts to sing the Gilligan's Island theme. I thought
Why does that sound familiar?
I thought I was going to have to pick myself up off the floor. It was the first time I had ever heard it, and it was hilarious. It's all over YouTube. You can find it, but I mean, it is hilarious.
Yeah, I know that sounded familiar. That's awesome.
I mean, who sang "Imaginary Lover"? What's the lead singer that sang it?
I can't even think of the song.
If you change the speed of the song just ever so slightly. Back in the day with turntables, you could vary the speed a little
Sure.
bit.
Sure.
You could make it sound exactly like a different singer, and the music would still sound correct. And the different singer was Stevie Nicks.
Huh. I'm trying to think of the song.
I can't remember. I can't remember if it was Atlanta Rhythm Section. I think it was Atlanta Rhythm Section that did Imaginary Lover. I got so much useless
Michael
information in my
Haywood
head, it's pushing the hair out.
Michael Haywood said yes. That's who it is.
Michael says, I like changing lyrics too, but my lyrics might melt the wax out of your ears. Yeah, mine too.
Oh, yeah.
My trouble is every time I sing a song, I change the lyrics.
What do you mean that's not the lyrics?
That's one of the saddest things. As much as I enjoy music, I cannot sing a note.
Me too. I cannot say.
I can't say me too.
No, you can't. Because I've heard Moggs a little bit. He doesn't do much on air, but I've heard him enough to know he does know how to sing.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done it in a while.
I was sitting one time. I was about 14 or 15, and I forget what's the name of the song, St. Francis, but it just took over my life for one whole day. And I sat in there and I tried and sang, and I bet I tried 10,000 times. And my mother finally opened the door and says, "Give up."
Sweetheart, it's not going to happen.
It just broke my heart. 2 words, and she just broke my heart. Just give up.
When your mom says give up, you probably should give up. Oh, geez. Well, Jay, this is the first time I've seen you in a long time.
I've been
busy.
A little busy.
Yeah.
I
understand.
The last 2 years, my health and her health have.
What's up, Stu?
We haven't gone downhill. It's just it all hit us at one time. You know? Yeah. We're doing better. Both of us are.
Good.
You know.
And don't hesitate to ask if you need anything, dude. I keep telling you that, and I know you won't take us up on it, but
I know that, brother. You know that. You know, if I really need you, I'd be hollering. I promise.
Right on.
And there's a lot of people in chat, self included, that's been praying for you and your wife.
Oh yeah,
and we appreciate it, and we don't think we don't know it. Okay, I don't think we don't know it.
Well, I appreciate all the help, Moggs, and I enjoy talking music. I can put people. That's kind of one of my traits. I put people to sleep talking about stuff.
Why?
I bore them to death.
Music is a good subject.
I've had several people listen to my morning coffee and tell me that I put them back to sleep.
It's because you're not drinking coffee at the time. No, by the time I get on, you've been on an hour, and I'm like waking, still rubbing the sleep out of my eyes. No, Jim's on.
I'm usually on my way to work or at work.
At work, yeah.
Last week, beginning of last week, thereabouts, I thought to myself, I'm going to have a pot of coffee every morning. And when the weather's good, I might as well go live and see if anybody shows up. And I have been amazed and very thankful for everybody that comes to the coffee time.
You post that. You got it. Is it show? I'll come to it if you should post it real quick. You got it?
Say that again.
He wants my channel name. Yeah, I'm not a moderator, so I can't throw it out there.
I don't. Can you put up Jim's?
Just
It-
tell me. Just tell me the
it-
first. I can.
It's
I can-
Jim's camera at dawn.
Yeah,
Okay,
and by the
okay.
time you type Jim's CAM, it'll be the first one.
Okay, that's easy enough. I got it, brother.
Why? It
I had to
came, saw, and conquered.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had to make it a long, unique name because the people that I started doing this for, so they could see the hikes and everything, they're not very tech savvy. So I had to make it
Yeah.
real obvious.
You're talking about me, ain't you?
Jay, I didn't know you. I didn't even know you. What are you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis? Uh-huh.
I have only been posting stuff on YouTube 2 years and a month, 2 months. Yeah, 2 years, 2 months. I passed a milestone today, Moggs,
There it is.
1,500.
Oh, right on.
Thank
Wow.
you, Stevie. Thank you, Stevie.
Fucking A, dude.
That's amazing. Awesome.
I think so. This little old country boy is humbled.
Yeah, I've been with Mom. I've been with Russell. I think came after like the 5th show. And I went back and watched all those 5. I think I've watched every show you've had. I hadn't
Wow.
seen. I hadn't been on every one, of course not. But
A lot of them.
a lot of them were. What first it was? A lot of them. I was number on my 44th show. I told my Stevie talked me into telling my story. You know,
Uh-huh.
my story, my event. It's not a story.
I'd heard you on another channel, and I was like, "Oh, I want him to come on the show." I was chatting him up. I'm like, "Come tell it here." I remember telling you about it, folks. About
I don't. Are you warm?
yeah,
Oh, because the air conditioner's not on. If you want to turn it on.
yeah.
No, because it was overcast today. So later in the
Oh, it
day,
felt wonderful.
normally it's hot as
still feels
balls in
wonderful
here.
out.
Yeah, it was a
So I
nice.
turned off the air conditioner to try to,
It was a nice day today. It was cool. Oh,
This evening.
after that rain, oh, it was nice. I was out grilling with an umbrella.
Yeah. Supposed to get more rain tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably overnight too.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get rain every day now. It's summer.
Yeah.
Summer's here.
Moggs and Stevie B was so welcoming. They were like the second channel that I come up on the panel, and and they were so nice to me. I was Moggs's channel was the first one that I went live with and got on camera.
I'm flattered.
Yeah, it makes it easy. He makes
I
it
remember
easy.
that too.
Well, it should be easy. You should feel comfortable and not pressured or not
Yeah.
nervous. I mean, I get it. I do. I used to get nervous all the time. Now I just doesn't faze me.
Like we were talking about the other day. At first I didn't want anybody here but storm door open, and now who cares?
Right? No, but that's character, dude. When you open that door, it's got that certain little squeak to it, like a screen door should.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it's like, and then if it's slammed shut a little bit, it's just character.
It's that down home.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tina,
Yes,
it wasn't cool here. It was 82 degrees for an hour.
Let's see what it is right now.
Christy says the weather sucks here in Oklahoma.
73 right now. 92% humidity.
Just open the window.
Wind 2.8 miles per hour.
2.8?
That's what it says.
Really?
Yes. Look.
2.8.
We're 67 degrees and 77% humidity.
Bobby Ounce, good to see you.
Hey, Hey,
Welcome.
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Dave, what's up?
It's 100%. You live right on a friggin' lake. It's 100% humidity.
And you live a stone's throw away from the
I
lake.
know. I live 100 yards. I live 100 yards from one.
That.
I guess Janet would have to throw the stone.
Mhm.
Michael said it was 51 there this morning.
Wendell, what's up?
Hey, Wendell.
Hey, Wendell.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, Wendell.
So, Wendell, you going?
He's going.
I know he's going. It's a stupid fucking question.
He's going tomorrow, I believe. I believe that's what he said. Was he's going tomorrow.
Holland's bound. Are you guys going to do the Aniston thing, Wendell?
Wendell said he's going, I think, but some people said they weren't.
Yeah, we're just going to do the Hollands.
Yeah. A few people said they weren't.
Trying to remember, how far was it? It was a couple hours, wasn't it?
Doing great, Bobby.
Remember?
I don't remember. I really don't.
Yeah, the Alabama Bigfoot Conference is this weekend, and then they're having at the Hollands Hunt Camp. They're doing an outing. That's where we went with Michael, Mr. Haywood.
Can I say something about? I want to say something about Bigfoot. Okay, real quick.
Sure.
I've noticed, and this is just observation from people who have. My event was in early fall. Squirrel season just opened, and I've noticed that a lot of sightings are in early fall. I've listened to a lot of people on shows talking about, and I listen to dates more in time. I try to put times and dates and seasons together.
Sure.
And I think if you ever got a chance, and this is just from me, my experiences of listening, because I had an event. Everybody knows about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think fall is your best time, early fall.
We're gonna go up to Alabama probably end of September.
So I wonder if part of that is that more people get out when it's cooler. I mean, I'm sure there's more activity, but people have encounters more because it's more
There's
comfortable
more
to
people
be
in the
out.
woods.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I don't know. I know. I used to hunt. You guys know I used to hunt a ton back when I was a kid, and all predators move. They're going to follow their food, and I think in the fall they really have to follow their food sources, because I'm not saying they're like bear or anything like that. I still believe they're flesh and blood like you and I, but they're still going to follow their food source. And when their food sources start drying up, your berries and stuff like that start drying up, and all your nuts start developing and cracking open. They feed on different things on different times of year.
Throughout different times of year. Sure.
They're going to migrate to wherever that feed source is.
I mean, I believe that too. If you heard, I said I think in part people have more experiences because they're out more. But you're right. I agree with what you're saying about the food and
and a lot of these people talk about where they're not going to be around. They're going to be in dense forest. I don't give a goddamn where it's at. If there's a food source and you're a predator, you're going to find it. I don't care if it's next to a dumpster.
Well, you experienced that firsthand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I believe they're opportunists. You know, because it might be from the dumpster they're getting their food.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's been reports of them dumpster diving.
Oh yeah.
Miss Sharon, I called her when she first checked in, said she's been on tractor. That girl, you talking about a working woman? That woman, right
Man,
there.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
I've
she's been
said it
on the
before. That's
tractor
the
all
hardest
day long.
I've ever known.
I bet that little hiney of hers is sore tonight, don't you?
She might not have any bottom left. She's probably worked it off. She's always busy, that's for sure.
Boy, isn't that the truth?
Yeah, she
Just
is.
on YouTube alone.
Right.
And Mogs, you were talking about me being live for an hour when you get up. She's got up and gone before I go live.
Mm-hmm.
She says, Jay, yes, I am hurting this evening.
Go in there and run you a good old hot bath, hunt, set that thing in it.
Shit almost came out my nose.
That'll make Mama feel better.
Well, I'm going to do for y'all what the devil won't. I'm going to leave y'all alone. I'll be down in chat.
All right, Jim. It's always good to see you.
Always good talking
Well,
to you.
good to see you, Jim. I'll check your. I got to check you out tomorrow.
All right. Appreciate you.
Don't be up that early, Joe.
No, I got to. I had to have a.
Messing with it.
Tomorrow I will, because I had to run. That's the reason I'm drinking so much water. I'm having a kidney test run tomorrow, and they want me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cleaned out.
I gotta have one of them. I'm doing one of the. I hate to tell all of my personal stuff. I've been carrying around a jug about this thing to pee in all day long. Everywhere I go, I gotta have a jug with me. So I gotta go get that tested tomorrow.
Jim, thanks for hanging out.
right?
They're checking my
Yeah, that's got to be a pain.
They
Lugging
check
around
my-
the jug.
Yeah, they checking my kidneys out. I've been passing some kidney stones too. Now you talk about hurt. Ooh.
Yeah. Knock on wood.
Yeah, you better knock on wood.
Never happened.
Yeah, and so they want to find out what kind, and they can give me some medicine with what kind it is. Mm-hmm. It's getting old. You know what? They never told us about this. This getting old shit. They never warned us about this.
Kept it a secret. It just giggled and went, they'll find out.
Oh my God, they never warned us about
Off the wall question. Have y'all had any osprey dropping fish in your yard? No.
No, but we see him snatch them out of the water.
My favorite is when like the osprey picks it up and then the eagle comes in and
after
scares
it.
him and he
Yeah.
drops it and he picks it up. That's pretty cool. Ninja Dave says, Tina, you got to come on the show sometime. I loved hearing your experiences. We're still waiting.
Right.
Jim says, getting old is not for the faint of heart.
Well, I'm telling you, they call it the golden years, and the only damn thing golden about it's your pee.
If you're lucky.
Darren says, Jay, that's painful. I hear that's as close to having a baby for a man. Yeah, that's what I'm like.
That's what I've heard.
Nope.
Bobby said she has the osprey dropping so many big catfish in her front yard.
Sure, it's not a disgruntled neighbor.
We got 4 crows that have taken up in one of our trees out here, and the only time they get really noisy is, and they like to feed late in the afternoon for some reason, but other than that, they're nesting in these trees. And we got a big tree up here, and they're nesting in it. And let me tell you, It was so funny the other day. I was sitting out there watching one, and he had this white thing trying to get it in his mouth, and I thought it was like an egg. He done robbed a nest or something. It was a darn one of those little ping pong balls. He couldn't get that. He could not swallow that ping pong ball. He finally gave up on it.
Who's your squatch? What's up, man?
Right. I didn't want to interrupt Jay.
Crows
I
are
just
pretty
typed
cool. I
it.
like crows.
Yeah.
Down here, you got two times, the American and the Fisher crow. The Fisher crow is the one that goes when you hear their call,
Yeah.
they go uh-uh.
That's what these are. That's what these are then. Yeah.
Then they're Fisher crows, yeah.
Yeah.
Or fish crows, whatever. You ask them a question and they say
Yep, that's what these are. That's what these are then. Well, guys, the old man gets sleepy anymore, so I'm gonna get out of here, okay?
Me both.
Y'all take it easy. Everybody, I love you. Everybody in chat, I love you.
Jay, we'll talk to you soon, man.
Okay.
Have a great night.
All right, see you guys.
Shannon, our love.
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Bye-bye.
It's always good to see Jay. It's been a while.
It's been a
But
while.
I'm glad everything's turning around, and
Yeah.
it's gonna take time. But hey, today, baby steps. They took their first walk today.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Very cool.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Guys, we still have about 35 minutes left. So link is in chat. Anybody else cares to join us? Huh?
Damn, really?
Could be 30. Had to be 35.
Right. No, I just remember hearing Jay tell a story for the first time and the emotion behind his story. I mean, it just, I was in awe.
Osprey fly off Lake Apopka and feed in the oaks in my yard. A huge half-eaten catfish was near my driveway. I turned with the net pin to pick it up, and they picked it up.
Huh.
They're just sloppy eaters, apparently.
Right. It might have been one that eagles were fighting over. It's so cool to see them over the lake chasing after each other.
Yeah, you'll see 3 or 4 osprey up here at times. Because right in the park, there's a osprey nest.
It's right on the bank here. There's a couple of them over there.
I know there's the one that's on the post where that light is.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's a huge one.
Yeah.
I think there's one in that tree over there, too.
Oh, I don't know.
I think so. Could be wrong, but. Y'all stop. Thank you, but.
Right on. Guys, that link is in chat. In case you missed it, here it is again. If you want to join us. Yeah. I remember that Jay being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what got me intrigued with this story. I mean, you could just tell it affected him that bad. 50 years of not telling anybody. That's not a
55.
single soul.
And then, the whole Arizona thing.
Oh, shit. I mean, I stepped aside of my
The one thing he said is, why not again? Or he was like, why am I going through this shit again?
Yeah. I heard it then, too. The emotion behind it.
Oh yeah. Actually, you had a recording of that.
I did. Do. Still do. Where can you hear
Jim
Jim's
says,
story?
people, if I can do it, anybody can.
Well, he told a story on this show. He's told it a few times since. We'd have to go back and figure out what number show.
He said 44, but none of them are numbered.
Yeah. So I guess you would have to count.
No, I'll find it. As long as I know whereabouts to look, I'll find it.
Yeah. I don't, Sharon. I'm not quite sure.
For the first time, that was Joe's channel,
Yeah, I think so.
Western New York,
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Yeah. And then it was after that he came on here. But yeah, we'll find it. I'll have it by Thursday, pulled up, or at least a link to it.
All right, you can come back on and tell us the story again. I never get tired of hearing it.
Val says Arizona was definitely a crazy experience for you all.
Hell yeah. It was.
Oh, those guys. I mean, I dealt with the aftermath.
Yes. The damage
The
control.
flat tire,
Damage control. Stu says 500 shows is a lot of looking.
Maybe make a link with a post. I got to find it first, dude. I will.
Yeah, but we'll find it by the next show.
No, yeah. I have an idea where to look.
Where to begin.
I'll be good.
Maybe make a post. Yeah, you can put it up after the show.
LIB, what's up, man? He says Joe was with New York Bigfoot Society for a while, with Gary for a long while before he branched out.
What to do? Yeah, that was just the show that Jay jumped on and told a story, and I saw it, and I was just intrigued. I mean, I know I keep saying it, but it was like, wow, I want to talk to him. I've regretted it ever since. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Jay knows.
It was that drive
man.
cross country that did it.
I
Man.
love that man. He knows that.
Jay's good people.
He is. And Judy too. That's instant family. Not instant. It was days and days and more days.
Let's see if I can find it by chance. I figure if it's
I'm gonna sit there and look through it.
why not? Oh, I guess that was alive though, wasn't it? Yes, yes. So let me start there.
My laptop just died. Just cut off.
Really?
Look, what is going on?
Stevie's laptop just
Just-
puttered out, so that's just a frozen picture of her. We'll leave it there. It looks like she's busy anyway.
I mean, it's plugged in. It's charged. Why would it do that? I'm telling you, this been doing some weird shit.
Jay, I will find it, and guys, I'll find it. Not now. I'm just sticking around, and we'll get it back up. We'll get it up. He said something about 44th. I'm just not counting. She had to back out. Hopefully, she can pull it back up. And
I didn't have to. It backed me out.
I didn't.
It
Oh, yeah,
backed me
yeah.
out. Everything shut off and then just turned back on again.
Bobby Ounce is looking for a laptop. What do you suggest, everyone?
Not this one.
I don't know. This laptop I bought out in Arizona. And see, it keeps signing you out of Messenger. That's fucked up. And this is more of a gaming platform, but I'm not a gamer, so I didn't really need some of the features on this computer.
No, but
there's some decent ones out there that aren't
that's a good
expensive.
laptop.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this one.
What is that anyway? That's
It's an HP.
Yeah, that's right. Having issues. Jim says, well, what are you going to use it for?
I don't get it.
Oh. Jamaican food tonight had oxtail and beans and rice. Oh my God, so full. Did you
Who said that?
order out? I didn't have the oxtails yet. What did we have the last? I had curry goat, the Jamaican restaurant.
Who just said that? I can't see it.
Richie.
Who knew that?
Because it's food. Everyday use and streaming. Taco Tuesdays. I had soft tacos tonight for dinner or supper. Yeah, Michael. Says Richie, I hope you don't eat the eat the brown side of the oxtail. Drive to Spring Hill and back, $80, 4 dinners.
Hmm.
$20 a dinner. No, we've got a pretty good Jamaican.
Is it Priya's or
Priya's?
No.
Something like that. Precious. It's weird.
Yeah, something like that. But
Ghost, what's up? He says, had bacon wrapped top steaks and a sweet potato. Right on. I made eggs. I made omelets with some onion, smoked sausage.
my computer's possessed.
Pull you up. There you are. He's back. I don't know what's up with the computer.
For now. My laptop's doing weird things. The screens are flashing and it just shut off and restarted by itself. I wasn't
Are you
touching it.
plugged in?
I am.
Okay.
100%.
Is this on?
I don't know. I mean, I
Normally
have a
the
charge,
light's on here.
but I'm showing I have a full charge.
Okay.
So it's not the charge.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why. That's my point. It's doing weird shit. Yeah, I don't usually.
Richie said, don't forget the ginger beer. I never really got into ginger beer. I just didn't like the taste. Judy, good night.
Good night, Judy.
Good to see you. What's happening, Mike?
Judy, good night.
How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, I guess. Hang in there.
Did Danny get in touch with you?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna catch up with you on here real quick while I had you both in one spot because I've been all over the place. But yeah, he said yeah, he's very patient, but I told him I wanted to get a couple things together for him, so
Oh, right on.
yeah. I thought I was gonna be able to get it out like maybe tomorrow or whatever, but I'll get it done this week one way or another. Cause yeah, like
Yeah,
dog,
I gotta get, like I said, new envelopes because I got the wrong size. I need to get some bandanas out. I gotta get
yeah.
one gift card out Judy, I already took care of Judy today. But I have to get a gift card to mail out to Val. And some bandanas that she wants autographed for some reason.
Yeah, I know. It's weird to you, but yeah,
No, it is.
I know.
But she
I
wants Stevie's autograph as well, and Stevie's like, "What?"
I had people in the middle of nowhere. I didn't even know didn't know who they were. Nothing. They were asking me to sign stuff. I was like, all right.
It's the first time in my life anybody's ever
Asked for your
Yeah.
signature besides,
besides.
signing the dotted line.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, somebody had brought it up to me. They said, well, if you get famous or whatever, like to the point where you sign things on a regular basis, you have to like practice your your signature, because you want to make it like you want to make it the same, like look the same, because I don't think I've when I do my signature, I just like kind of try to do an M and then I don't know, I just shoot it off, and then once upon a time I would do like an M and a C, and like I change it all the time, or I just willy-nilly put shit, and like, but if you think about it, like what if it was someone famous like Michael Jordan or whatever, and you're going to like sell something and you're like, oh yeah, they signed this, look, and it's like his signature is never the same. Like, how are you gonna prove he signed it?
I don't think I'm in any jeopardy of that happening.
Yeah, but no.
Point, though.
But I'm just saying that that conversation came up with people. They were like, I forget who I was. I think it was DHP. I was on some like, I don't consider them expeditions because I'm always doing them.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like I was
just a camping trip.
Judy
I was just on
mine too, Mogs and Stevie.
Of course, Judy.
Just on another drive to the middle of nowhere. But yeah, like it was just a conversation that came up, and I was kind of laughing about it. Like, yeah.
Marion, North Carolina in August, they're having a Bigfoot festival.
Marion. August time. No, because then we're going to do September.
Yeah, I don't have that much time to take off. I mean, just because this past year I've
don't take off.
I've depleted a lot of my time off.
Don't take off the same month you did last year.
Too hot?
I was trying to you're my cousin that or whatever. Steve, he was up here, and I was just kind of talking about, a few things and like memories back then or whatever.
I kind of don't want to talk about some of that on here.
Okay, all right, yeah. Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah.
A daughter in Kroger's come up to me, and a daughter that lived me. Sorry. Had a mother and her daughter in a Kroger's come up to me, and the daughter. I just scrolled. I missed it. I got to go to the screen. Came up to me, and the daughter looked at me and goes, "You're Ghost Dragon Z, Gemma's pet dragon. Would you and her sign a book for me?" That's a trip. That kind of reminds me of you walking into the conference the first time and hearing somebody call you Mogs.
The first time I heard anybody call me Mogs was at the 168.
Well, yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, I remember that. That's what it was.
Yelled it across the friggin'.
That's what it was.
The campground.
Mogs!
Person! What?
That's
that?
Cool, Ghost. That's all right.
Yeah. When the guys were here from Ohio, one of them kept calling me Lib, and like when he was when like he was on the phone with people, he was like, "Yeah, we're over here, we're with Lib," and I'm like, "Who?"
Yeah, it doesn't work as good as LIB.
LIB. Lib.
Even still with that, I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Well, Bobby says, has anybody talked to Jackie Robertson? No.
No,
I know
no.
she still puts out videos,
Videos,
you know,
yeah.
occasionally. I hope she's doing well.
Last I heard, she was, she got her 6 months, 6 months at a time having to do her blood work, and she was, they ready to live life,
Yeah.
Judy just said Jackie's doing well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure her and the boys, are out there just doing it.
They do film a lot. They get out a lot.
Yeah, they went to that big door when that was a thing. Like
Yeah.
when that big door became a thing, they went and hunted that thing down, which was pretty cool.
Oh, very cool, Bobby. So she's been texting with her. So I said hello. I miss Jackie.
Jackie's funny.
I knew Jackie before this show in chats and
Well, yeah.
followed her goofiness and told you about her, and I knew her story, and I just think she's an awesome woman. I mean,
Jackie was I think Jackie listened or was friends with Danny actually, I think before.
Well, I don't know about that. I
met Danny over in the first time was up in Blue Line Bigfoot, their channel. And we weren't even live. He was like, come on the show. And it was no show. He wasn't live. He wasn't on. We were just sitting there bullshitting because he was drunk. And then Danny popped on like the show was going on.
Meeting those guys in Flesh and Blood really solidifies they are characters. Imagine going on a hike through the woods with Jake.
Oh wow.
It was a good time.
It would be cool. I could see that.
Yeah, it was.
And yeah, it kind of freaked me out at first, but both of them were super nice.
That's cool.
Sharon says, my 8-year-old granddaughter is a big fan of Jackie. Her shirts are so funny.
They are.
Jackie's got that goofy sense of humor.
She's been since the day one
Yeah.
she started posting. I followed her, I think, since she started posting.
I told her, I said, no, one day you'll pass me in subs, and she did.
Yeah.
And at first she was like, what are you, nuts? Trust me.
Hey, tubers and footers.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, she's great. She's amazing.
She's a fighter.
She's an inspiration.
It's a hell of a story.
Yeah, she puts it all out there. Like, I kind of...
I've ever met, probably. One of the strongest I've ever met.
So are you, so don't sell yourself short.
Well, I'm not. I'm just saying she is definitely.
I was going to jump on it right before you did, so...
Caitlin.
What's up, Caitlin?
How you doing, hon?
Good to see you.
Oh, wait. How do I do this?
What are you trying to figure out, dude?
Oh. How to do the comments while I'm in here.
You gonna kick yourself off?
He's on his phone. He'd be like, dude.
Right.
See you. Friday night, Sharon guy, I heard that metallic sound again at work. Sounded like foot stomps on tin roofing sheet at 3 a.m. in the morning. See, he did kick himself off.
Yep. I said it.
We got 15 minutes left, folks. Links in chat. Mike should be clicking it. There he is. Back again.
Okay.
Thank you.
When he was talking about the metallic sound before, my thought was when you had walked into that abandoned building at the 168. When we first walked up to it, we heard a metallic sound, like something was running.
Yeah, that was weird. That
yeah.
There's a family campground over at the 168 down there that has an old abandoned. It was probably the camp store.
Camp, yeah, like camp house, or
and it's next to some water. But we were in there one day, and
no, the night we were walking in,
and you hear it sounded like a motor run, like an electric motor or something in this building, and we couldn't
it was
figure it out.
clear as day, and this building was dilapidated. It was like roof was coming down on one side, and we were nervous about even walking into it to begin with. It's just an old building, but there's no reason why anything motorized would be running in that building or left to run.
No,
that building's gutted out and falling apart. It was definitely bizarre. But that was that same building that in the daytime, me and Marty were in there. She was doing her little app thing, but I heard female voice from I was standing in front of the broken window, open window, sounding like 2 or 3 women talking just outside the window. I looked back and I knew there couldn't have been anybody there. Muggs was on the forest road and at the truck, or in the truck actually. There's no reason why.
Well, no, the truck was I was there. I mean, I was at the building when you guys were in there.
I know, but I'm saying you weren't inside the building with us. You were out there. There was nobody else around that building.
No,
there's no reason to hear any type of voices, let alone the sound of 2 or 3. And it was just a quick conversation. Like, I don't know, it was weird. I couldn't understand words, but I could hear.
The dog farted.
Oh, God. Glad she's on that side.
I'm like, what the hell?
I'm so glad she's over there.
You leave Maya alone.
What did I feed her?
One of the things that I always hear and then some people always can relate to, at least one of the things is like, almost like when I feel like things are off, or like there's things going on, or it feels like you're in that moment, and it can be either, it's usually at the end of it. It almost sounds like, like when you have an old tailgate, not like a nice one where you can just push it up and it clicks in. I'm talking like them old ones where you boom, you have to, you gotta slam it shut for it to hit. And it sounds like bam, and then that's it. But you're in the middle of the woods, so I don't know what that is. Yeah,
but he said it sounded like something running on a roof, like a tin.
Yeah, that's different. But that's what I was saying. By him talking about that metal, I just brought back the memory of the motor sound.
Sound like a generator or something going
It was like something. It almost sounded like
a water pump or something. It
was, but there was it was just a weird sound. I can't even really describe it.
Yeah,
it was mechanical
for sure. But if you look at this building, there should be nothing left mechanical. There's nothing left. There's a little bit of glass from the broken window. Everything else is gutted out. The roof on the one side is coming down.
And you got to watch for holes. Actually, it wasn't that terrible. The roof was coming off the porch, but
once you got inside, it was pretty.
It wasn't that terrible.
It was pretty solid on the inside.
It was like you looked at it. It was like I looked at it and went, man, I could recycle this wood.
Oh no, yeah.
Dave was asking, electric motor like a security camera? No, louder, bigger.
Yeah,
it was bigger.
It was bigger, deeper.
Like you said, think of a pump but
it almost sounded underground, like it was coming up through the pipes or something, but there was nothing functioning in this building.
there's nothing there.
It was weird.
And it didn't
It wasn't loud.
It didn't last long at all.
It wasn't loud, but you heard it. And there was something else that Marty was using that. Well, something happened where you guys were in there. How was it? She asked a question.
She asked a question, and it said leave now or go now or something, and I said, "Oh, I'm out." You gotta tell me twice. It was a Spirit Box app that she was using.
Yeah, Spirit Talker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it wasn't a friendly, bye. It was telling us to leave. I don't remember the exact words, but what's weird about that too is I recorded the whole time, and I video, hit record and recorded the whole thing. Everything's there, no audio.
Mhm.
No audio.
Right.
No audio. I still have that video. I found it not
That's
long
right.
ago. I still have it in my cloud. There is no audio to that whatsoever. Has anyone ever hit on your phone, because I was on my phone, hit that record for video and not have any sound? I mean, everything video was there, images, everything was there. You seen her talking. You see me moving around, panning around, and that's all there, but not a single sound. I mean, it's just absolutely.
No, I do remember that.
Void.
That was weird.
That was on my cell phone.
Sharon says, "Yeah, I don't like them boxes."
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. And that's why I said when it said to go, I was the first one out the door. I had to push her over to get out the door.
Well, there's only two of you there.
I know. I'm just saying. I was definitely.
I can't speak to like the Spirit Box doing it, but there's been so many times where like, I hear something that's not there. Like, and then there was even one time I went to I was bringing this guy up in the mountains, and we were going to Catterskill Falls and like hiking down this trail. And it's like early 4 a.m, whatever, still pitch black. And I'm like telling him, I'm like, let's take this big trail because like it's it's pretty dummy proof. Like there's a lot of places where you can, not return from in this area. So I'm like, flashlights or not, boots or not, I'm like, let's take this way for safety. And we're standing, shoulder to shoulder, walking like to keep track of each other, staying within literally like arm's length at the most. And he's hearing stuff to his left, and I'm hearing stuff to my right. And it's completely different things. I'm not hearing what he's hearing. He's not hearing what I'm hearing. And the camera is not hearing any of it. So I'm like, I mean, I've had these situations where I do believe, like, no matter what you're working with, like, there's something greater at play that can really, really make it a personal, a personal thing, no matter who's around, no matter what you got going on with you, like it. Whether it's some kind of, technology that we don't know about, divine intervention. I don't know. I don't know what to chalk it up to. I don't want to add fluff, but
Sure.
That was the same. Standing inside the building. That was the same time I heard the female voices behind me.
Yeah.
Through that window too. I mean, it was a pretty big size window, so I almost expected to turn and see people walking by or kind of a little further off, but it didn't make sense because I knew nobody was out there. It was just us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't.
But you can.
No,
You
not
can.
that.
Maybe you were manifesting. I don't know. Maybe there was just a lot of residual things that happened in there. And I don't know.
It was just a little small building. I mean, it had like a service counter, and then it had a bigger room with a fireplace, and that was about it. That was like
It
the whole
reminded me of
place.
like a camp headquarters for
Yeah,
kids, like
yeah.
a kids camp, the main building almost.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because it was on the road into
Yeah.
on the way to the group campground.
And if you watch like the 168, that's where we had that campground is where we saw those lights.
Yeah. Same
Oh,
area.
okay. Oh,
Just
that's
at
cool.
the end. So there's a gate at the main road, the main forest road, and that gate was hardly ever open. I've walked it. We walked it that night. We were walking it that night when he started walking over to that building, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to see." I followed right behind him. I think it was when we got to the door, you heard it and you stopped me because you're like, "What the hell?"
Mm.
That's that same road we were walking down when you went live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we went live from that campground.
Yes.
That's what I don't know. I love going out there and like just experiencing different things, and I don't know. You can't always necessarily put like a label on it, and sometimes that drives people crazy. But for me, I just learned to kind of let it go and enjoy it.
I thought it was cool when we were in friggin' Ocala, seeing those bear footprints.
Right?
Yeah,
So,
it was cool. Yes, it was cool. That was very cool. Yeah.
Christy, I agree. We can talk talk all things cryptid. Talk it all day long. Yeah, I want to go back. I want to go back to that same, but at night. The group campground.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're looking at me like you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm like, why?
I've been there a long time, and I feel like now I'm more mobile and I can
This is true.
get around a lot
This is
better.
true.
And
Yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back down whenever. Not these next 2 months though. I can't. I think I came back. I think I came down in June last time.
It was hot.
Yeah,
July, June, yeah.
yeah. It was abusive. And there's water everywhere, and you're like, I can't go in
You're
it.
dying,
The river was nice. Doing
I just
swimming.
want to.
you guys.
Yeah.
No, the springs was something I'll never. I don't know. I'll never forget that.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I truly am.
Enjoyed. It's an understatement. I'm still reeling from it. It was so cool. It was
For me not being able to get in the water.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I did not expect it because of how hot it was, but when I jumped in that water, I was like,
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah, it
Like-
takes your breath
it sucked
It
up.
does.
Yeah,
instantly. It's that shock to your system.
yeah. Like I was trying. Yeah, I was like waving to you guys like a T-Rex, like with these, like just trying to catch my breath.
Yes, it does. It takes your breath away. Every
Richie
time.
says, Stevie, there's a wheelchair that can go into the woods 4x4.
Been on one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
We found one good one.
And that's the one she went. That's the
That's
one
the
she
one
went
I
out on.
Yeah, I'm so
I took
happy.
her there, and she hopped on that.
It's a track chair, I guess is what they
Yeah,
call
it's
it.
got tank tracks on it.
Yeah.
It's a damn transformer is what it is.
It looks like it. But I know, thinking of what Richard just said, there is a wheelchair that can go four-wheel drive. I've seen it. I think
It's more like a bicycle tire.
my sister sent me a video.
Well, we
time
even
ago.
we even used to have these events at the. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
We used to have these events for the VA at the beach, and like the guys in the wheelchairs or disabled guys, whatever, guys and girls, they would want to go, and we would have to figure out a way. So we would lay these mats out. First of all, just so it wouldn't get too hot for the people who walked the whole way or whatever. But there was like these screen things that they laid out that were kind of like 2 people wide, and then they had these beach wheelchairs that were just like basically made out of PVC and giant like air tires.
Yeah.
Yeah. and we would, take turns. And I'm not saying it makes it easy breezy, but it gets you where you're going. But I mean, yeah, it's not like we're talking about the same thing, but yeah, they've come. I'm sure they've come so damn far for certain things like off road.
Oh, there's some wicked vehicles out there for off road use as far as for handicaps.
For disabled.
I'm sure if we can find one that's like for sale, we could, whatever. I'll talk to you offline about that because I don't know if we have the spot. But
the tank one that she rode, it wasn't fast,
Oh no, it did kind of go fast. I mean, not.
but it
like,
was.
I bet you goes fast.
But it was fast enough.
I'll bet you have to.
Speed. It went too fast. It turned the joystick into way too sensitive. I mean, like just the slightest. I was shoom. I was like, oh, that's a little bit much, In an open area, maybe okay, but on the trails, I couldn't go on the highest speed.
No.
Not at all. But I was fun.
I bet you after a mile to a walk-in, that low speed is fast after a while. You'll probably keep on going and going and going. But anyway, we're over time, so I'll see myself out.
All right, Mike.
I didn't even realize.
We'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, I'll catch up with you. Have a good night, guys.
Good to see you.
Oh, guys, it's 501. The Levi's edition is we'll put it in the dresser drawer now. I'll fold it up. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Indeed.
If you enjoyed this tonight's show, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. And leave. Hey, Erica.
Hey.
A little late.
That's all right. Little late.
And leave comments.
Right.
We love the comments.
We do.
We'll be back Thursday. Same time, same channel. The 502. All right, guys. Have an amazing night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. We love you. Peace and God bless.